Mind reading present. 10 bad habits that can destroy your self-confidence. Self-confidence is one of those intangible things that is hard to define, but you'll know it when you see it. It can be thought of as a feeling of confidence in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment, and it impacts almost every aspect of our lives, including how we feel about ourselves, how others view us, and how we perform at school and at work. Although a lack of self-confidence can be caused by debilitating social anxiety or other mental health conditions that affect self-perception, this is not always the case. You may not even realize that you have some subconscious habits that actually undermine your confidence. Let's take a look at some of these tendencies and behaviors so you can learn to recognize them and start building healthy habits. Number 1. Ignoring your appearance. You already know the importance of good hygiene, and you should take care of your health and appearance. And one of the most important things to pay attention to is that if you ignore appearances, you are basically showing disrespect to yourself. In addition, if you feel uncomfortable with your appearance, then your self-esteem will take a hit, especially in social situations. It may seem trivial, but taking proper care of your appearance can go a long way in building your confidence. Number 2. Obsessing over small mistakes. When you look in the mirror, do you immediately notice any small flaws in your appearance? Do you get caught up in this deficiency and magnify it in your mind until you feel like that's all you can see? If so, you should stop. This practice is toxic to self-confidence, even if you think you're only being true to yourself. Looking at your flaws with too much focus can cause you to underestimate what you see. When this happens, your attention shifts from admiring all the things you love about yourself to constantly observing everything that you think is wrong. This self-criticism ritual makes you feel sad, inadequate, and ashamed, not the best atmosphere for a confident mindset. Instead of obsessing over small flaws, try using that same energy to see positive qualities in yourself. May feel strange at first, after all. A positive attitude is often hard to come by when cynicism has become second nature. But like any new habit worth developing, daily practice will change how you feel about yourself. Number 3. Talk about your perceived weaknesses. There is a fine line between self-deprecating and going too far. While self-deprecation is meant to show that you're a normal person who doesn't take yourself too seriously, in some cases, it can come across as insecurity. Also, if you're constantly making negative comments about yourself, people will notice it and get tired of hearing it, or start thinking that maybe you're actually not as great as you seem. If you have to discuss weaknesses, for example, in a professional context, such as a job interview, frame those weaknesses as areas for improvement. This will show that while there are certain things you can improve, there is a willingness and desire to learn new skills and excel in more areas than just skills that come naturally. Number 4. Overly praising others. When you praise others excessively, you're basically telling them how much better they are than you. Of course, it's important to build others up, but if you do it too much and establish yourself as a small fish by comparison, then you'll start believing this narrative. Instead of repeating the cycle of praising others and putting yourself down excessively, take the time to appreciate your own talents and talents. Remember that everyone has different advantages and disadvantages. In fact, if we were all the same, none of us would stand out among us. Each of us has something special that makes us unique, so don't forget your positive traits. Number 5. Believe in your negative talk. If you're like most people, you'll most likely experience negative thoughts about yourself from time to time, and fortunately, it's easier to believe the bad things we tell ourselves than the good things. And over time, this kind of thinking only lowers your self-esteem and confidence, making it harder and harder to believe in yourself and achieve your goals. While positive affirmations can help eliminate some of these thought patterns, what's even more beneficial is learning how to not take negative talk about yourself too seriously. This will give you a more objective perspective on life, leading you down the path to greater happiness overall and Therefore, more confidence. Number 6. Excessive apology. Have you ever found yourself saying "I'm sorry" even when others bumped into you? While apologies can be very meaningful and important, being too polite or always apologizing can actually damage your confidence. Excessive apologies can make you seem unsure of yourself, as if you are unsure of your abilities or decisions. You should never apologize for things you know are not your fault, or for something you don't regret. By doing this, you blame yourself and make others think that you are guilty. Apologies should be given when necessary, otherwise, they will lose their effectiveness and meaning. Number 7. Let others make decisions for you. You can't be confident if you don't know what you want, or aren't sure that your opinion matters. Self-confidence is built by expressing your desires in an honest and empowering way. This can only happen if you listen to yourself, trust yourself, and manifest the things you want in life. When someone tells you what they think should happen, or pressures you to do something they want instead of considering your needs, or worse, they try to control or manipulate you, your confidence will be compromised by it. Number 8. Lowering your standards. Lowering your standards for accepting whatever happens means accepting less than what you deserve. Of course, lowering your standards will make things more comfortable for you. While this may be an easy solution right now, it won't help your confidence in the long run. In fact, lowering your standards will lower your self-esteem and cause more problems than they solve. The slopes are also slippery. Once you start doing it for one thing, it will be easier to do it for other things as well. We may not all have the same values, and that's okay. But if you have a set of standards and stick to them, it will make you happier and certainly more confident. Number 9. Maintaining a toxic relationship. When it comes to self-confidence, the relationships you have in life play a major role. That's because everyone around you influences the way you think and feel about yourself. The people closest to you, family, friends, co-workers, even acquaintances, all have an impact on your self-esteem. If the people around you constantly criticize or belittle you, your confidence will diminish. So step back and consider whether your relationship is healthy for both parties, especially if your confidence is taking a toll from being with these people. To be confident and assertive, it is important that you surround yourself with positive people who care about your well-being, as well as their own. Number 10. Comparing yourself to others. We've all been there. You get stuck in your social media feed, and you start noticing that others are achieving achievements faster than you. Maybe they've got a nicer house, a better job, or they're happily married while you're having trouble dating. You feel envious, insecure, and maybe even angry that these people have something you don't have. But wait, is this as bad as it seems? Comparing yourself to others is normal human behavior. We are hardwired to notice differences and make judgments, but if left unchecked, this habit can damage your self-confidence. This can make you feel envious or resentful of other people's achievements. Try to focus on what sets you apart in a positive way, and remind yourself that everyone's path is different, even if at first glance it looks similar. This bad habit is a marker of low self-confidence. Although some of these may seem harmless, they can cause great damage if ignored over a long period of time. I also have some confidence issues, and I have overcome them step by step. I found the faith challenge to be of great benefit to me so far. You should check it out. Thus, those are 10 bad habits that can destroy our self-confidence. Hopefully this video opens the eyes of all of us to better understand the negative effects of these habits. Remember, building confidence takes time and effort, but by becoming aware of and changing bad habits, you can take a step toward the best version of yourself. Feel free to share your views and experiences in overcoming these habits in the comments section. Let's grow together and become more confident every day. Don't forget to press subscribe and like and share if this video is useful. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.